Hey, it's Isaac, and thanks for joining me on my bike ride today. Also, happy Bike to Work week for all my bike commuters out there. We are starting the week by riding our bike to our local bike shop. Now, if you followed my channel for some time, my first few videos mention the kind of lifestyle that leads me to ride my bike. And one of them is to support my local bike shop, to buy local whenever I can, to buy used, and if I have to buy something new, then I buy it from a local source. So I recently bought an old, new to me bicycle, and it's the one I'm riding in the video. The bike is a GT Outpost, which is a mountain bike, and I bought it off Facebook Marketplace for about $60. And I wanted to add a mountain bike to my fleet of bicycles. So I ended up selling my Trek 1000, which I love that bike, but I wasn't riding it as much. So I figured someone could ride it when I'm not using it. And whenever I sell a bike, I always mention to them, if for whatever reason they want to sell it, reach back out to me and I'll buy it back from them. So I sold the Trek 1000, and then I sold my Galaxy Precision 10 Speed, which I sold that for about $50 on Facebook Market. And both of these bikes, when I sold them, I could tell that these riders were going to get some good use out of it. So I have no problem selling the bike. So I wanted to now add the mountain bike to my fleet, and that's what led me down to get the GT. I had a GT in the past. It was a GT Avalanche, I believe 3.0, and I loved that mountain bike as well. So whenever I sold it, and I wanted to kind of ride on some bumpier terrain, I kind of missed it. And so I'm riding my mountain bike, my new GT, to the bike shop today to basically get some replacement parts and start building it out for a little bit of a rough commuter, if you will. Something that I would take to the bike shop, maybe run to the corner drugstore, not necessarily do a big grocery haul, but really to get me from point A to point B and be a little bit more of a comfortable ride. And so as I'm riding this bike, I noticed how smooth it is. It doesn't have mountain bike tires. It had some very commuter-like styles, which is still good. And, initially when I went to the bike store, I thought I was going to replace them. But after having the conversation, I figured I'll just keep what I have there. And so as I'm riding this bike, I'm thinking about the kind of videos that I want to make, and some of them are just very chill, relaxed. I'm a very chill, relaxed person, and I've been trying to find that aesthetic of video that I really want to follow. And I find these voiceovers with the video kind of go hand in hand. So I'm super excited to get on the bike, to think about the videos that I'm shooting, and be more conscious in the scene. And so I welcome you all to join me and continue to join me. Now, I want to stick to the theme of Bike to Work Week. In the United States, using a bike as your primary means of transportation is a crazy thought for most people. You get to work and people see you with a helmet on, and the reaction is actually quite funny. It's normally, "Did you ride your bike here? You rode your bike today? You're crazy for riding your bike." At the end of the day, I think we put the constraint on ourselves as a society when we limit ourselves to vehicles. And we all know that we've been socialized to believe that this is the best means of transportation. And really, it's just because the infrastructure is built out to accommodate vehicles. And so for me, I refuse to let the societal norms basically control me as a person. Obviously, I am aware that, things around me like vehicles, bikes are all tools, and it is very dependent on the time that you have or the time that you make to basically practice what you want to do. For me, it's riding bikes to work. It's riding bikes to the bike shop. It's riding bikes to the grocery store, to the corner store, going for a leisurely stroll around the lake. And if I'm going to get there, I'm going to get there by a bicycle. And that's why, I make an emphasis on bike to work, because, if we can take 1 week for people who aren't normally riding their bike, we take 1 week, you kind of find out that you love it. So I challenge people, if Bike to Work Week comes about and you're able to, and you have a bike and you can do it safely, then I encourage you to try biking to work just for that week. Now, it's not easy. Lots of times the weather will be a big factor in the success of you actually leaving for the morning or you going home at the end of the day on the bike. Who wants to ride in the rain? Sometimes for me it's exciting, but as a bike commuter, I know that I don't like to get wet. Now, if you are going to ride your bike to work, I highly suggest that you practice the route that you're going to take. Likely, you should probably do it on the weekend. If you start a new job, you probably visit the work site before your first day. And so it's very similar to if you're riding your bike, simply because maybe the roads that you're taking in your car are going to be different than the roads you take on your bike. They will likely be a bike path, a road that has a bike lane, some back roads, whereas in your car, it might be on the freeway, on the thruway, on a highway, whatever it is. So that's why I encourage people just to take their time and practice the route. Today I'm visiting the Bike Loft, which is located in North Syracuse, New York. It's a small family-owned bike shop, but has a lot of character to it. And so whenever I visit bike shops, especially the local smaller ones, I like to see if they have any local branded gear, like water bottles, water bottle holders, whatever it is. It so happened that this one had a water bottle, but didn't have too much. I guess the business that they were working with went out of business, which is sad, but I'm happy to see this bike shop open. Now, for me, when I go into a bike shop, it's very much kid in a candy store. I like to see what's available, see what I can use. I think I bought a bike light from here a few months back just to have people see me at night. That's always important, is to be seen on the bike, be seen at night, be seen in your life. And in the bike store, we can take a moment to ourselves. On Bike to Work Week, it's another opportunity for us to take a moment to ourselves, evaluate our lives, and enjoy the fresh outdoors, even if you are riding within traffic. At the end of the day, it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. As the days go on, we think about life, we think about our family, we think about the things that can make us better as people. And one of those things is riding bikes for me. So I want you to enjoy the rest of this video by relaxing and watching me ride my bike home. Enjoy, everyone.